Hello, warm greetings and welcome to another Real Ale Up North review with me, Mark Briggs. Today I've got for you a bottle of Mann's Brown Ale. Now, no tittering, it's just 2.8% is this bottle of Mann's. I thought to myself, I stood in the supermarket and I said, well, I haven't had one of these for about 30 years. No joke, 30 years. It's been going since 1902 as this Mann's Brown Ale. It's now bottled and brewed by Marstons in Wolverhampton, but the Mann's bottled brown ale is still going strong in the local supermarkets. They used to drink it in the pubs back in the bad days of the 70s and 80s when keg beer was trying to outlaw the cask ale, and we had to put up with things like Brew 10, well, Spew 10 it was, by Bass Charrington, and Whitbread Trophy and all that other shitty beer that was going around in the 80s. And me and my mates, we used to have a beer called Brown Split. It was a pint of, well, it was half a pint of keg bitter if there was no cask ale on, and a brown ale. And it was usually a Mann's Brown Ale, or maybe, I think Bass Charrington did a brown ale called Toby Brown, I think it was, and basically you get the big barrel glass, half a bitter in the glass of keg bitter, and a bottle of brown ale, and it was called a Brown Split. So it reminded me of those days back in the 80s, showing my age a bit now, and I thought to myself, well, let's try a bottle of Mann's, because basically I haven't supped one for about 30 years. So here goes, a bottle of Mann's Brown Ale at 2.8%. That's all it is. So let's have a slurp of this Mann's Brown Ale. Let's see how it pours to start with. Here we go. Nice, well, there's a bit of a head forming. I would think, let's go for the colour. It's very, very dark brown, as you would expect with a brown ale. A tan head, let's go for a tan head, I think. Whether it's going to die a death, let's see, you'll soon know. Have a smell. Crikey, it's very, very sweet, as you'd expect, I suppose, from a brown ale. A bit of toffee in there, isn't there? I would think. Caramel, yeah, it's toffee, yeah. Is it sweet enough for toffee, caramel? That's what we're going to go for. So, the test of a Mann's Brown Ale. 30 years since I've had one of these, I would think. Well, between 25 and 30 years, I would say. So here is the slurp. Slurp there. It doesn't taste too bad. Yeah, toffee, very sweet. Caramel, as the aroma suggested. Toffee, yeah, toffee for me, predominant. Tastes a bit... have you ever had one of them Werther's original toffees, those creamy toffees? Tastes a bit like that. The Werther's original. Did they call them Werther's original? Them creamy toffees. I think someone will check this one. Yeah, creamy toffee. Caramel. It's not a bad drop. It's okay. It's a bit light. It's 2.8%, but for one for such a low ABV, it don't taste too bad. Because the old Mann's, it's obviously standing up well. It's been going since 1902, and the head's, it's still surviving. It's not dying a death, as you can see. The tan head is still very, very prominent there in the glass. That nice dark brown liquid of the Mann's. Let's have another slurp. Yeah, nice, smooth, very sweet. Yeah, toffee for me, and a nice, smooth, sweet aftertaste. That's not a bad beer, not a bad bit. 2.8%. I can remember people, they probably sucked about 10 of them and drove home back in the 80s, although I don't promote drinking driving, of course. So it's, I can well imagine people having a few bottles of those, the smaller bottles, the 250 ones, back in the 80s, and having quite a few and driving home, as they used to do, unfortunately, in those days. But yeah, it's that's a pretty good beer, is that, for 2.8. I'm quite impressed with that Mann's. Marked out of 10. Well, it's nothing to write home about, but it's not too bad. this 2.8% ale, so we'll go for 6 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, this man's beer. It's stood the test of time. It's been there since 1902, bloody hell. It's 2015. Oh, flipping heck, that's quite a few years. Over a century, and it's still hitting the supermarket aisles. Man's Brown Ale. Now bottled and brewed by Marstons in Wolverhampton, 2.8%, but it stood the test of time. Cheers. Not too bad with it, not too good with the eyes there. Nearly knocked the glass over, but not to worry. So, Man's Brown Ale at 2.8%, 6 out of 10 from me. That's just about it. As I say at the end of my piece, a fond farewell, and always, as I've pretty much enjoyed this beer, you enjoy your beer too. Ta-ta for now.